There once was a man who said, "My wife told me I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward." Oh, hello there. Didn't see you sneak up on me while I was sharing that first-class piece of humor. Now, if you're here for a laugh, buckle up because you're in for a ride. So, a guy walks into a bar, right? No, not a real bar. This is a metaphorical bar, the kind of bar where reality and absurdity have a dance-off. The guy, let's call him Bob, orders a glass of water. No, Bob isn't a health enthusiast. He's just really bad at metaphors. Now, Bob is an interesting character. He's the kind of guy who'd try to fix a computer with a hammer. His philosophy? If it can't be fixed with a hammer, it's an electrical problem. You see, Bob isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but he sure knows how to swing one. Bob has a pet rock named Rocky. He claims it's the perfect pet. No feeding, no cleaning, no walking, and definitely no vet bills. One day, Bob decided to take Rocky to a pet show. He was convinced Rocky was a shoo-in for most obedient. After all, Rocky never moved an inch when he told it to stay. The day of the show, Bob was nervous. He had never been in a room with so many animals and so many animal lovers. Bob was sure they'd appreciate the Rocky's steadfastness. After all, have you ever seen a Dalmatian sit still for more than 2 seconds? When it was Rocky's turn, Bob proudly presented his pet rock to the judges. The room fell silent. After what felt like an eternity, one judge leaned forward and asked, "Does it do any tricks?" Bob, without missing a beat, replied, "Of course it does the best trick of all. It rocks." Now, of course, Rocky didn't win the pet show, but Bob did get an award for the most creative entry. He was thrilled. He took Rocky out for a celebratory stroll, or rather, a celebratory roll. And the moral of the story? Well, if you ever feel like you're not the brightest bulb in the box, remember Bob. He might not know how to fix a computer, but he sure knows how to rock a pet show. So, there you have it, a tale of a man, a rock, and a pet show. A story that teaches you to look at the funny side of life. Because if a man can take a rock to a pet show and leave with an award, then surely we can find humor in our own absurdities. And on that note, we wrap up today's video. Remember, life is a comedy and we are all here for a good laugh, so keep the jokes coming, the laughter flowing, and the good times rolling. And if you ever need a pet, consider a rock. It might not fetch, but it sure knows how to stay. And as Bob would say, keep rockin',